Morning guys, welcome back to EXOS at Home, rehab series number 8. Today we are doing something for our hip, for our internal and external rotation. So let's get started. So first exercise, we are doing the Shin Box. The Shin Box means that we are going into a 90-degree in ankle, knee and hip, knee and ankle. Now, I'm driving my chest towards the front leg or front knee, and then I try to lowering my chest towards the knee. I hold the stiffest position for a couple of seconds, and then I release the tension. So lowering, decrease the distance from chest to knee, hold and release. Try to stay in line. So if you are leaning outside of your box over your pelvis, you cannot stretch your lower hip, yeah? So we are doing 6 to 8 reps. Try to hold for 2 to 3 seconds, yeah? This would be exercise number 1. Exercise number 2 is then we are dropping from the Shin Box to the tall kneeling stance. So we are lowering our hip to the Shin Box, we are slightly bent over our upper body, and then we are driving the hip upwards and into the wind. So load the system, kiss the ground and drive it up and in front. We are loading the muscles, kissing the ground, and then we are lifting and drive the hip towards the wind. Also, I would recommend 8 reps on each side. Next exercise, you can take a medicine ball. I took a soccer ball. We are sitting down in the Shin Box again. Now we are placing our heel or ankle on top of the ball. We are slightly leaning towards our front leg, and now I try to lift my back knee towards the ceiling. So I push my knee up to the ceiling, try to hold the stiffest position, the peak, for 1, 2 or 3 seconds and release the tension. So lift, 21, 22, release. Without moving your upper body. Yeah, only your knee is driving up towards the ceiling. I also would recommend 8 reps on each side. Try to hold the peak for 21, 22 means 2 seconds. Next exercise. Now I'm leaning in front, so in the prone posture. Yeah, now again put your ankle on top of the ball, on the stability ball, of a box of books, yeah, on a small piece of wood, and now you try to lift and release. You can see this is slightly difficult, more difficult than the exercise before, yeah? It's a small range of motion, and you are training now more the external rotators, yeah? Try to lift and release. Try to stay parallel with your pelvis and your chest towards the ground. Yeah, it's not allowed to rotate. Yeah. Also, I would recommend 8 reps on each side. And then we are doing something for the internal rotation. I explained in the intro. Now I have to lie down, my knee on top of the ball, and now I try to rotate my ankle down for the external rotation and upwards for the internal rotation. Yeah, might be the ball is a little bit too high for me now, so a box of books would be better, yeah, because I'm rotating my pelvis a little bit too much in that direction. But I also can stay low, and now I can try to increase first the external rotation, means the heel is on the ground. And then while I'm driving my heel towards the ceiling, I'm talking about the internal rotation in my hip. I also would recommend 8 reps on each. Yeah? Nice and easy. Good job. And for the last, you know our program. After the mobility part, I would argue we have to go for some stability exercises. First exercise, we are doing again the DNS star pattern, means I'm driving my hip in front and up. I'm touching the ground for the strength while I'm doing an arm reach, and then I'm driving my hip into the ceiling. So load the system, lift. Also 8 reps on each. Yeah? So we are doing a strength exercise for the glute med. Second exercise, it's the single leg glute bridge. So I have one leg in a triple flexion and the other leg in 120 degree. I'm lifting and try to hold for 6 seconds to engage my lower back, my glutes, my hip muscles, my rotator cuff in the hip and the hamstrings. Yeah? I would argue we are doing 3 reps on each, 6 seconds to hold. Yeah? So this is for the hip stability. And the last one, we are doing something in between the movements. So we are doing the drop lunge to load that muscles, and then we try to stick the peak. It's a single leg stance. So from hip flexion with hip activation to single leg stance means drop lunge to load, lift, hold, release. Drop, lift, hold, release. If it's too easy, drop, lift, hold, arm reach. So I also would recommend 8 reps on each. Yeah? Hope you enjoyed the session, the rehab series number 8, hip exercises today. Take care of yourself and hopefully we will see us soon back in the gym. Bye bye.